It's that wonderful time of year once more. That time where we all come together in division and hatred to discuss our top 30 strongest One Piece characters of all time. So in this top 30, I will only be counting those who are alive. Yes, I am using Big Mom and Kaido because there's no way Oda actually had the cojones to actually kill those guys off. So in the third commander division, we have Cracker. Anyways, moving on because I don't care. At number 29, we have Jinbei, one of the Straw Hats, and he's pretty dope. Moving on to the second commander division, at number 28, we have Queen. Queen is alright, you know, he's not the most impressive commander I've seen. He's alright. He kind of just exists and stuff, and that's cool. At number 27, I have Smoothie. Smoothie exists, however, she exists stronger than Queen. Therefore, she is over Queen. I'm not explaining nothing, y'all just gonna have to take it. At number 26, I have Sanji. Man, Sanji fans this past year have been just awful. You guys have been terrible. Oh my god. But anyways, I digress. Sanji is second commander level. No one can tell me otherwise. There are some clowns, people that genuinely believe that Sanji's exoskeleton is as durable or even more durable as a Lunarian with their flames on. Now that's a great observation. However, if I may give you some advice, I definitely recommend that you should read One Piece. Read the story, okay? Because there's no way in hell you can make a statement like that and you actually read the story. Seriously, if I say candy bullets can pierce Sanji's exoskeleton, and if that irks you, then you ain't past OK Island yet, and you shouldn't be talking. But Sanji is a very strong combatant. However, he cannot beat King, he cannot beat Marco, and he cannot beat Katakuri. He's not that guy. He can't do it. He's not good enough. Moving on to a character that's stronger than Sanji, we have Kid. Now Kid just recently got his cheeks clapped in, but Kid is still a very strong second commander level individual, regardless of how badly he had been defiled unconsensually by red-haired Shanks. And now we get on to the first commander level individuals. At the very bottom of first commander, we have Lucci. Lucci is definitely first commander level. But the only reason I put him this low is because we haven't seen enough to deduce if he's truly stronger than the other first commanders. All we know is that he's stalemating Zoro. But it's important to understand that he's stronger than Sanji. At number 23, I have Law. Now, Law is a very powerful individual. He has a lot of hacks with his devil fruits. He's not much of a hockey guy, even though he has it. But I do think that it would be a little bit strange to try to convince the world that he's Admiral level, because he's not. At all, in the slightest. No, his bounty being the exact same as Garp's does not mean he's Admiral level. Who relies on bounty to scale in One Piece anyways? If you do that, then we might as well just say, okay, Jinbei has a higher bounty than Sanji, Jinbei's stronger than Sanji, but no one's gonna say that, are they? Or I can say, Peril Sparrow has a higher bounty than Sabo, Peril Sparrow is stronger than Sabo, no one's going to say that. Do not scale by bounty. For the love of God, do not do, I swear. And now we get on to our first interchangeable. Taking the number 22 and 21 spot, I have King and Katakuri. I believe these two are basically neck even. They both have their own quirks. One is extremely good at evasion, really hard to hit, and the other one is just extraordinarily durable. And yes, I did just rank them over Law. What are you gonna do about it? Huh? What are you gonna do about it? But regardless, King and Katakuri are very powerful individuals, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. There's been a lot of people that have been dragging Katakuri through the mud for some unexplained reason. Just ignore them. They're mainly just a bunch of newcomers who came along and thought that they were intelligent, and then they started talking, you know? They don't know what they're doing. They're probably not even caught up to the series. A lot of them seem to be Sanji fans as well, trying to convince people that Sanji can beat Katakuri, no diff. Very interesting people. And now we move on to another character. A character that exudes the phenomenal and very dictionary definition of what it is to also be stronger than Sanji. Zoro. That's right, my number 20 is Zoro. I'm just gonna go ahead and get my pettiness out. Zoro and Sanji are not equals, you guys are insane. But you know what's funny? Out of all the characters that Sanji fans would put over, they ain't crazy enough to be like, oh, Sanji's stronger than Zoro. No, they ain't that crazy because they know what the truth is that they are not equals. Y'all gotta go for the bare minimum, I swear. Tisk, tisk, tisk. You guys suck. Oh, also Zoro fans, don't get too comfortable because Zoro is not Admiral level. You guys are also insane. You guys are completely insane. Zoro's first commander level. I'm sorry, it is what it is. You just got to put up with that, okay? But he'll make it. But there's one thing that people need to understand about Luffy's crew as they are right now. Luffy is Yonko level, correct? Some people think that he's Admiral level. I'll get to that soon. But Luffy is Yonko level. Luffy's crew works like an average Yonko's crew. You have the Yonko level Yonko, and then you have the first commander. Luffy's first commander is Zoro. Then you have the second commander. The second commander level guy is Sanji. And then you have your third commander level guy. That is Jinbei. It works just like your standard Yonko crew. Now, it'll evolve from there, but right now, that's what the evidence tells us. And in all honesty, I shouldn't have spent this much time explaining this to you guys because let's be real, no one's really going to listen to me. Everyone's just going to fuss at me in the comment section anyways, which I welcome. Please do. Please do. At number 19, we have Shiryu. It's kind of hard to gauge where Shiryu is because we haven't seen enough of him yet, but we do know that this is Zoro's future opponent. And anyone else who says otherwise is wrong. At number 18, I have Sabo. Now, Sabo, I have a hard time telling whether I should put him at first commander level or admiral level, but, you know, I guess I'll settle for first commander level for now. He's got to be strong. We've seen a little bit, but not necessarily enough. So for right now, number 18. At number 16, I have Boa Hancock. And Boa Hancock, she has basically almost everything going for her. She has a busted double fruit. She's a great combatant. And she also has Conqueror's Haki. All she needs is Conqueror's Coding. If she even has confirmation of Conqueror's Coding in the near future, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm taking her straight to Admiral level. Straight there. For number 16 and 15, we have another interchangeable, and that is between Marco and Yamato. Also, we're in the Admiral tier now, so I actually believe that these guys are low Admiral level. Sue me, I don't care. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to explain why these two are interchangeables. I'm not even going to explain it, because you know what? People keep sleeping on Marco for no freaking reason. It is ridiculous. Marco is actually incredibly sexy, okay? But no, we gotta come up with excuses. Oh, his attack power is too weak, yada yada, blah blah blah. I'm not even gonna make up arguments for it. This man is sexy, and I don't care what anyone says. He took on a first commander and a second commander at the same time and made them look like clowns. And y'all like, oh, first commander level. Well, Sanji can beat him, man. Marco has no attack power. Get on my nerves. I'm tired of y'all. Oh, I said nothing about Yamato. She's great. Y'all already know what's up. I ain't explaining this. At number 14, I have Green Bull. I have nothing to say. At number 13, I have Fujitora. No comment. At number 12, I have Rayleigh. It's Rayleigh. Am I rushing this? Yes, because y'all ain't finna have me sit here for 10 hours editing this junk when I know for a fact that this video's probably gonna cap off at 200 views anyways. Lord knows nobody watches my One Piece content unless if I'm talking about freaking Carrot. And that's why Rayleigh's at number 12. At number 11, I have Kizaru. Respect Kizaru. I know he got one-shotted by Luffy, but respect Kizaru. He's a pretty strong character. You can expect that because he's an admiral, so it just makes all the sense in the world. But he's also a man of uncertainty. Very curious as to where his character will go from here. And before we enter into our top 10, let's talk about some honorable mentions. Ben Beckman, Lucky Roo, and Yasopp. We don't actually know very much about these guys, but we know they're extremely strong. We just don't know where to put them. So we'll just put them in honorable mentions. Bonnie. I put Bonnie here mainly due to the fact that she's a supernova. That's actually kind of... I actually don't even think she's commander level. I just got her here for the sake of being here. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Stussy and Kaku. If I was to guess, Kaku might be second commander level, whereas Stussy, I have no idea. None whatsoever. But you know they're tough. They're CP0. They kind of have to be tough. So with that being said, they're an honorable mention until otherwise. Crocodile. If I was to guess, this guy may be first commander level. If I was to guess, because you know he probably had a leap in power. So first commander level may not be too far of a stretch. But we don't actually know. I'm literally just... I said that for literally no reason. I don't actually know. But we'll see in the future. Dragon. You know that this guy's at least Yonko level. Now, there's been a lot of Dragon jokes, and I have participated in those jokes because... Not because I actually think that way, but because I just think the jokes are funny. That's literally it. But You know this guy's Yonko level. You know he's not really a bum. You know he's a great guy and he's done a lot of hard work. Heck, this guy may even be stronger than Shanks, which is blasphemous in the One Piece community, apparently. But there's a lot of characters stronger than Shanks. Foreshadowing, just saying. Emu. We know Emu's top 1 in the verse, right? Usually when people make their top 30 or top 50 list, they tend to put Emu in honorable mentions, just like what I did. Only difference is that they say, oh, well, we don't really know how strong Emu is. It's all speculatory. Shut up. You know that he's top 1 in the verse. I don't even know why y'all even try to play that dumb game with us. You know. The only reason guys like me put Emu in honorable mentions is because it's honestly just more fun to not have him at top 1. It's more fun to speculate, okay, who's the strongest of the people that we've seen so far? Not who we know is going to be the strongest, right? It's more fun that way. Or you're just a Shanks fan that just wants to put Shanks at top 1 because that's what most people are doing. Very sadly, there's no hope for our human race, I promise you. And that's the end of the honorable mentions. Let's head on to number 10, who is Aokiji. From here on out, everybody else is going to be like Yonko tier. So yes, I do view Aokiji as somewhat Yonko level. Very low Yonko level, but still there nonetheless, because this man fought out Akainu for 10 days straight, and I also view Akainu, at least current day, as Yonko level, not just regular Admiral level. Now, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but I'm going to go this route regardless. At number 9, we have Akainu. Now, I just said that I believe Akainu is also Yonko level currently, so you know this guy's going to be a problem later on in the series. He's been a problem throughout the entire series, except for post-time skip. He hasn't really done anything until recently when he took Kuma's face off, which, that's good old Akainu, always taking people's faces off. Anyways, he's at number 9. At number 8, I have a controversial one, and that is Garp. Garp, yes, I put Garp over Aokiji and Akainu. Yes, I do. And here's the thing. We sleep on Garp. A little bit too much, actually. You got to keep in mind that Garp in his prime was equal to that of Roger, the Pirate King, and Whitebeard, in which everybody considers prime Whitebeard to be Pirate King level. This is what I'm talking about. But for some reason we sleep on Garp, and I've actually been guilty of doing the same thing as well. So it's like, okay, so Whitebeard, as he's sick and old, is still known as Yonko level, is still known as extremely strong, and he actually gives the Admirals a lot of problems. You saw what he did to Akainu? That was wild. But Garp somehow isn't. Garp, who is old but not sick, is not Yonko level. The guy who used to be on par with Whitebeard in his prime and Roger when he was alive, and he ain't up there. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And a matter of fact, he proved it when he attacked the Blackbeard pirates. And he put the brakes on Aokiji. Now, some people say that Aokiji was holding back. We don't have enough evidence for that, but it's a possibility that Aokiji was holding back. But I still got to put Garp over Aokiji because Garp was really beating on Aokiji. And for right now, I also put Garp over Akainu until further notice. At number 6 and 7, we have another and the last interchangeable, and that is between Luffy and Blackbeard. Blackbeard, we already know what the deal is. Blackbeard is definitely going to end up being a massive antagonist throughout the future of the series. We already know this. He has 2 devil fruits. He may even get a 3rd one. I hope he does. That would be amazing. So we basically already know what's up, and he's definitely going to increase in power as the story goes on. But for right now, he's tied with Luffy. And as for Luffy, okay, I gotta address this. There are some people that think that Luffy is actually Admiral level for some reason. So this man Luffy, he is called a Yonko, but he's not just a Yonko in name, he's also a Yonko in strength as well. You do not call a person who one-shots an Admiral another Admiral. Nobody does that, okay? So why are we still doing this? Why are we still here? I believe the true reason why people still call Luffy Admiral level is because people just don't like change. There has been a rapid change in Luffy's strength, and people aren't necessarily comfortable with it, so they kind of don't budge from a certain mindset. That may be the main reason why people are still sitting here calling this man Admiral level, even though literally 100% of the facts say something else. Luffy has a devil fruit that is known as the most ridiculous devil fruit on the planet, basically giving him Toon Force. Now, people get really upset when you say, oh, he has Toon Force, but guys, it's okay. It's okay, all right? Like, look, You can say he has like a very mild level of Toon Force. Very mild level. But even that pisses people off. That's not even good enough. It's like, no, don't say he has Toon Force at all. It's like, dude, that's what this whole Year 5 Nika thing is inspired of, okay? That's literally what the point of it is. Him whipping out goggles out of his hair, that has nothing to do with rubber. Absolutely nothing. So how do you explain that? Toon Force. Because that is literally what it's based off of. But people will get really pissy when you say that. It's like, guys, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Mild level Toon Force, you can accept that. You'll be just fine. Obviously, he's not going to be doing Popeye level feats yet, because that would just break the entire series. I mean, it's bad enough there's barely any tension in any of these freaking arcs anyways, because Oda makes so many fake deaths, it's hard for us to actually take this man seriously for like 2 seconds. But I digress. I actually look forward to the day where Luffy actually does some insane Toon Force-like feats. That will be a glorious day. And now moving on to number 5, I have Big Mom. I'm gonna keep this short because I have so much anger behind this character, but Big Mom is actually a decent character in my mind. It's just the way Oda writes her now, well, at least, especially in Wano, was some of the worst writing I've seen in a very, very long time. I mean, Jesus Christ, that was awful. And the Law and Kid fight, oh my God, why didn't she use Advanced Conquerors? Why didn't she use it? You use it against Page 1, your ally, but you can't use it against the people trying to kill you? Why? It's because writing, that's why. It's like, there's not much to say, man. That was just the worst writing I've seen in years, since I used to watch Ruby. Oh my God, it was that bad. But anyways, Big Mom is a lot stronger than what Oda is willing to show us. He just likes to do his contrived BS over and over again, and that's just what's gonna keep happening until the end of the series, apparently. What can I say? That's Goda. At number 4, I have red-haired Shanks. Now, we found out something very interesting about Shanks. We found out that he is indeed a clown. If you don't know what I'm talking about, roll the 20-second clip.
In the latest chapter of One Piece, we have confirmation that Oda really likes McDonald's, and that Saint Fagarlin Garling represents the Moon Man Mac tonight. Being a Fagarlin, this must also mean that Shanks represents the red-haired clown himself, Ronald McDonald. That's right, you heard me. Shanks is confirmed an absolute clown. It certainly does mirror his fan base.
And that is why Shanks is a clown. And Zoro will be stronger than him by the end of the series. And maybe even Sanji. Moving on to a person that's factually stronger than Shanks, we have Mihawk. Let's be honest here. We all know deep down that Mihawk is stronger than Shanks. We all know it. The only people that don't know it are the type of people who make a 50-minute long video of mental gymnastics in order to say that Shanks is stronger than Mihawk. Then people want to use a higher bounty as an argument. If that's the case, then Big Mom is over Shanks then. But y'all ain't gonna say that, now are you? You'll also have to admit that Kaido is stronger than Shanks. But you won't do that, now will you? Shanks fans love to say, well, we don't know the full extent to Conqueror's Haki, so maybe Shanks can do more crazy things with it. Look, that's a decent argument and all, but we also don't know what a Black Blade can do. And why is Mihawk called the clairvoyant one? Why does he have eyes that look exactly like Emu's? You know, Emu, the final villain of the series. Just throwing that out there. Anybody can sit here and make an argument. Flat Earthers can make an argument as to why the Earth is flat. Doesn't make them smart. The only canonical evidence we have is that Mihawk surpasses Shanks, which has been stated about 86 times. So, with that being said, moving on to number 2, I have Kaido. I don't really need to explain this. Kaido is a very sexy individual. The man's already crazy durable, but then he has insane endurance on top of that, taking all types of just crazy attacks. And don't even get me started on the flaming drum dragon form that he had going on. That matched the Bajrang gun. The Bajrang gun, the strongest attack we've seen in the entire series. That matched it. I'm not gonna talk about this any further. You already know what's up. If you disagree, just let me know what you think in the comment section. And at number 1, I have the one and only Saturn. Okay, am I jumping to conclusions by putting Saturn over Kaido? Maybe. I probably am. But here's the thing. I think from a story perspective, it wouldn't really make much sense if Saturn was weaker than a Yonko. There have been some people that actually make arguments that, oh, well, Saturn, he's like first commander level, which is just weird to me. What? Why? Saturn is one of the 5 Gorosei that actually rule over the entire world, but they're only under one man, and that's Emu, who is the final villain and the strongest person in the entire verse right now. They are under the big bad, the biggest of bads. And you're gonna tell me they're first commander level? Yeah, I ain't listening to you. You crazy. The story has to escalate. We can't just regress. That doesn't make sense for the story. I mean, the only people I could think that would be a challenge for Luffy at this point would be Blackbeard. I'm not gonna say Shanks because I don't think he'll actually fight Shanks, but it'll be Blackbeard and Emu. And potentially Akainu. Akainu is more than likely gonna be a big problem in the future, but those are the only 3 people I could think about. And would that be enough for the end of the series? Maybe, but when it comes to the 5 Gorosei, the 5 Elder Stars, it just doesn't make sense for them to be that weak. Especially the way Saturn materialized into Egghead Island. Like, you don't have an intro like that for someone who's weak, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say that. And I'm not saying the first commander is weak, but compared to Luffy, it's pretty weak. I mean, look at Lucci. he got 3-pieced, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's no point in even talking about this. Point is, out of everyone that's been shown, I got Saturn at number 1. Will this come back to bite me later? Maybe, but I'm willing to take that chance. But anyways, guys, that's my top 30. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and make sure you leave your hate comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Come and join the Vagabond's journey. I'm Vagabond Kana, and with all that being said,
Vagabond gone.